this day out, prophesy the downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and the uplifting of our people concerning the elect under the spirit, in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, the hopeful elect, Shalom, blessings. Gonna give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kapadas.
Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahushai, double honor to the Apostle Elder Bishops, Great Millstone. One salutation to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect all across the world. Sincere brothers holding it down. You know, we're gonna get right into it. Got special guests again, brothers from Tulsa, you know. So they're gonna be tuning in. Good spirited brothers, so we just don't go ahead and get it started, man. It's going to be called the One-Eyed Harlot, talking about America, going into a little bit of Illuminati, you know, and all the things that set up, you know, dollar. Might show that if anybody got it. Also some notes there. Well, yeah. Basically, the One-Eyed Harlot, you know, represent the Illuminati, the light bearer, Lucifer. We'll get into that scripture, like we said, on the left-hand side. They are the children of darkness, but they represent a light on the evil side, which it talks about the light of the wicked shall be put out. So they had those fashionable things set up on the earth to deceive our people, keep our people in darkness, you know, with frequencies and all that stuff, symbolism. The first scripture. Go to the Luke 11:34, because they get these from the scriptures. That's how you know the Most High set them up, because they model after the Bible. So they got Most High is going to say, you know, it's not that so much the single eye is evil, but it's how they represent, you know, what they do behind closed doors with that. So, and if anybody could find $1 too, I just share it in the comment.
This is Luke. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 34. And it reads, the light of the body is the eye.
Yeah, the light of the body is the eye. And it's kind of like they're saying the eye is the window to the soul. You know, so this is how we live. We Most High set us up on the earth to see things. There's a thing called spiritual eyes too. You know, so we'll get into that a little bit.
Therefore, when thine eye is single,
that eye is single. Go ahead.
Thy whole body also is full of light.
It's full of light. Go ahead.
But when thine eye is evil, thy body is also full. Or thy body also is full of darkness.
Full of darkness. So there's nothing wrong with keeping your eyes single, you know. And it's almost like I'm gonna set some. If y'all want to tap in and set some analogies of like when you look through a peephole, you look at one. You got it's one eye. So you know, so you could get clear vision or a telescope or something. It's usually like a so small as one eye. You know, and that's how they key in on the left-hand side. That's how they key in on us with these satellites and the representation of the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye, going back to Horus and the Egyptology stuff.
The light at the end of the tunnel.
Light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Clear view, clear eye view, eagle eye view, bird's eye view of the world. And that's how they trying to scope on us. Even with the drones, they call birds on the left-hand side. So the Most High got his right-hand side soldiers, his right-hand side, his representation. It says his eyes on the sinful king. He got an army, he got his angels, you know, working on the right-hand side. So it's a war. You know, even with this, you know, the all-seeing eye, you probably can't see it good, but it's a dollar bill with the all-seeing eye, that triangle, which is the pyramid going back to, like you said, Egypt. And it has Novus Superium Order, Novus Order Superium, which is their New World Order, New World of Ages. That's what they're trying to set up. And then the all-seeing eye, which is the eye of Horus and all that, it's lit up. You can see it's illuminated. So they're the Illuminati. And people used to think Illuminati was fake a conspiracy they find out real, and then sacrifices in the industry. It's really real, man. So that's what they on the left hand side they deal as the Illuminati. The Illuminati mean light bearers or the illuminated ones. But Most High got his illuminated ones, the righteous, which are light bearers under Yahweh Shai. He's the light. He says that he's the light in the scriptures. Yahweh Shai. Is there any more on that?
No.
Yeah, what do you say?
It just said keep thine eyes single.
Yeah, it goes. Keep thy eyes single. Go ahead.
This is verse 35.
Oh, did you,
No, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Keep thy eye single. So basically, keep on the righteous path. Keep on that single eye. You know what I'm saying? And the things you take in. Even in the Matrix, it said, remember the part where he said, why are my eyes hurt? You said you never use them. You know, because we got spiritual eyes, and that's why people don't understand spiritual insight, spiritual riches. And even our women don't see that. They be thinking like we just talking and all that. No. Most High got a thing called spiritual eyes, spiritual body, spiritual riches. On the left hand side, you got spiritual wickedness in high places. So you see the Illuminati.
Talk about rock. You look through that looking glass. You look through that looking glass. It's wickedness can't be wiped away, man. That's how wicked it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I actually looked up the design of the peephole on still. You can peep outwardly, but the people that's outside can't see you. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody that, let's say you have a gathering and all that, somebody knock on the door, every door has a peephole, so you're going to see who it is before you open the door. So you're not going to let anybody in. And that's why our people have done let America in before they know what America's about. Like, you can't just let it. You got people like, oh, shit, that's the cops. You got to, make sure your shit is in order. You ain't got nothing. So that's how you're supposed to be circumspect in America. Yeah, keeping America out.
That's it. That's Esau. Tuck your chain, Jake. Tuck your chain.
We can go a couple of them. Proverbs 23 and 6.
Okay. Go ahead, Op. You want to read it? Proverbs 23 and 6. Go ahead, Op. Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah, you got to look at those.
It's Proverbs 23:6.
They don't know who's inside. I mean, they know you're inside, but they don't know what you got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. That's why he got drones and cameras. There's cameras everywhere.
Trump was talking about, he said you get a better look under the skin. That's what he was saying about that 6D, man. He said we finally there. Yeah. And then even when they put everything on the microscope,
like, you got to dissect this. You got looking into your body, the guts, the DNA. Come on, man. You don't have to do all that. The spirit shows itself.
Right. Proverbs 23:6 said, "Eat thou," said Proverbs 23:6. "Eat thou bread, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye."
So you ain't supposed to eat what he saw, no? He got an evil eye trying to trap you in, And they sit at your dinner table, but when they leave, they be like, these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care about us like that. And these other people trying to save Esau, they going off. They really paid off to destroy Israel. You can say something?
Yeah, good example. They're looking at the neighbor, Dad and Ruth. Esau sat down Thanksgiving. They good thing. He over fire now. What you think? Yeah. They got hatchets and bow and arrows. Yeah. Wow. That was the whole point of doing it. They came in, like I said, to scope it out.
Yeah.
They came in. Yeah. They got this many. Yeah. They got an egg count. They got this many bodies. I can see everybody. Okay, now see if the power is working.
Yeah. And then they know when they relax and drinking, it's like we're gonna attack them when they all drunk. That's the time they drinking all that. It's easy for Jake. With Jake every weekend and all that.
That's why you're aware, but that's how Troy fell. They got real drunk that night, and then they came out that little gift they gave them, and they destroyed the whole city, man. You know? Yup.
Yeah.
It's account to the scriptures. That's what happened with Belshazzar. They was real drunk that night after they seen that writing on the wall. Or they kingdom file, and they got drunk after that, man. Then they pulled up on their ass, man.
And see, what do you need? You need the spiritual eye. So they called Daniel, which is the holy God. So they got to be looking at us, man. They got to be looking at the apostles, elders, bishops, down, because they got to keep a perspective on everything that's happening on the earth. So they know about it. You know what? Like we said, I wouldn't be wise to not know about us.
Right.
Go ahead.
And to tell you what, Psalm 37 said, the righteous.
Privily seek them out. And,
it make themselves a prey. So it's like they definitely watching us, but they trying to find out how to get us. You know,
He got the force.
But it's not. And Jacob is just a constant. Or on a local play. No, he got satellites. He got we got monitors and the summits that you meet at. Putting everything down. You on the black list, the red list, all these kind of look,
If they want to see your time, you got insurance.
They be putting them on them little when they got construction. They'll put them in the yellow cones too.
Right, yeah, they do.
Yeah. They'll put them in the yellow cones when you think ain't nothing over there.
Yeah.
And that little white little thing, that little blue stakes like a robot.
Yeah.
The big tower.
Yeah.
That's the look.
Yeah. So get me connected to that evil eye, man.
Well, So and I looked up with a satellite. They said like 1,000 miles they could look like, so they can read license plates. They can read places. The Bible will be opening up, whatever you're looking at. The satellite. That's what they say. So they doing more than Jake. He gonna learn. They doing more than just hanging around like least close to that. Well, that's just his goon squad. At least goon squad.
See, not the brain of him that had the evil eye.
Yeah, you saw having evil eye against our people. Even 2/3. That's why we can't really chill with our family like that. But it's mainly Esau, the man with the evil eye. It said, what did he say? He said, my father that is appointed to die. Esau said I would pursue my brother Jacob. You know, the spirit of Cain slew Abel. They still got that. You know, they look into these things like, man, they plot. Like, as soon as
I get my opening, I'm gonna take a shot.
We didn't say even about Jerusalem. As soon as they get taken down, all these names. Oh, she's fell. Like she's went against her God. Let's get it. You know, taking advantage and spoiling it.
You know, that's always what you saw. Tactic. Strategy. To get that take. Because they can come down on their own people, but they don't come back predominantly. They target faith. Tell you that in the scriptures, but they always they try to play that role like they, like they're trying to get humanitarian civic duty.
Out of nowhere, knock on the door. That's why I say you got to look at that people. The Jehovah's Witness, man. But now we'll deal with them like, open up. You're not, you deal with them on like, you got to open the restrictions on that. They don't come back to the mouth.
Never come back.
So it's like they want to say that so they come with the same old time. That's how we know what they do.
Yeah, but some of them they've been looking so like you said, like some of them be looking like when we was at the laundromat the other day. Remember the ones that came up to us? Yeah. Some of them came up to us and they was trying to talk to her, but the younger one was like, we can see her. She's like, nope, don't talk to them. She tried to come up. What about that? He said, nah, get in the car. Get in the car. What you doing over here with these people? Get in the car.
Like a party.
Yeah, they didn't want to. Nah, you already knew because we wasn't saying that. Because sometimes you just hold back like, Some people, they ain't gonna get it.
So what did it say? He as a Warren Lion go to and fro seeking who he made violence. Yeah, seeking, man. He's trying to seek to take our place, to take our seat.
Yeah.
So what it said in the pocket. So he do good. If he do good, I think.
Yeah.
And
He do it unwillingly.
And he really don't want. He don't want to do it. He don't want to do that. And he said in the end, that wickedness shall be revealed. See this time we see him before. That's why he said, watch. Unless devil have let's get a abandon of us.
Yeah.
So we already know.
That's why where's that? Isaiah. I said a watchman.
Yeah, we watch. The Lord done raised up the prophets to give us that eye sound. So now the watchmen for Israel is bad. And we call them the warning.
Yeah.
So the ones that got eyes and ears that are ear to the prophets, you're gonna see Esau coming.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna come in. See, Esau need that. This is why he need dark. Like the light is out now.
Yeah, exactly.
The light out, we can see. And we know Esau tactics, so he ain't coming in. Like
that's what scripture said. They do it in the dark. So no man thinking, no man seeing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how it's gonna shine up. We the lights. We the lights that's exposed. That's why they want us off. It ain't got nothing to do with these street lights. We the street lights, man.
Yep.
We the candles, man. So you move there. Yeah, light there. Yeah,
They say the prudent said evil.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, so this back in Proverbs 23, and it says in 6, neither desire thou his dances and meats.
It's his education. It's party system. It's churches. It's holidays. Don't decide. That's his dance. Put them out there.
All these events, they always got dessert, cake, cut pies. They always trying to get Jake on something that's gonna kill him, man. Yeah. And dainties, man.
Psalm 55 and 21, where he said his word is smoother than butter.
Yeah.
Reward where he's gone through it.
He be pastries, my dad. This motherfucker goddamn put out the 9 on you.
We see those movies. Anytime they show the leaks, they drinking champagne.
Yeah, they living good
and kick back and plotting on the poor, man.
Then they went back there, somebody dead on the ground bleeding. Then they got to get the caution tape out. Like, who did it? Who did it?
Hey, what did we always say? It's like it's a movie, man. And they seeking out actors to play they play them. When they make movies, they seek out actors to play them. Trading places, they had the Illuminati there. But those people didn't know they was the elites and shit.
Even more, even in those movies, sometimes they put the crazy man and make it look like they.
Yeah. I always do that. Go ahead. That was it on that, guy. Okay.
It says, verse 7, for as he thinketh in his heart.
In his mind, because the heart is just something that pumps blood, organ, but the heart is the mind. That's where you get the word laboratory and thinking. Go ahead.
For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So is he. He think, and then it said the Most High is not in always for their thoughts. So when they at your dinner table, whatever, and they like, it's always going to be, they show in the movie, it's always going to be that black, white, interracial subject and shit. So what you mean him? Yeah, man. What is the movie with Eddie Murphy? You people. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking like Will Smith movie. I thought you to eat them out of them.
Yeah.
They always say the generationalists are like they movie singers. They always want to be let in.
Yeah.
Jake ain't figured out. Every time Esau in, bad stuff gonna happen.
Yeah. Every time.
He plot wickedness.
Every time.
Stabbed in the back, taking stuff. This my house. This is mine. Jake. We so loving and compassionate people. Jake got to get their senses up. This man is not good for you. We got all kinds of history to show you that he's no good. That's why I look at Jake like 2/3 like he's retarded. Yeah. And they're insane. You keep trying to love Esau. What happened? Something from him. Get off that. Let's do something new. Yeah. How about we bust E in his mouth? How about that? He deserved it. Yeah. Like I said, the Lord, it's all about time. It's a long wait. He knows we got a punishment coming.
Right.
That's why they scared to tiptoeing, and they got all the surveillance going up. That's why Trump going crazy. They're trying to smash all these country stuff because he don't know where the pressure coming from. They know about your house show, they don't know how it's gonna come. And they search through Yasharal trying to see who's with Yahushua, who's not. He's doing a diligent search. Like, what's that? That's that seed right there. So he's shaking. I gotta say who was you.
Yeah, because the part of that you was gonna say.
I'm gonna say, but when you said Jake always wanted on the side of him, that's like Sirach 12, where it says sit him not next to you, before you try to seek to take your seat.
All the way, every time.
It says, with wickedness of me, it is still be there.
Yeah. What it say?
When adversity come up on you, find him there first.
That's it.
Right there. Or don't see him. Sit there and be in the gutter like this. Yeah. Looking at your ass. Like,
we're gonna get to the scripture, but let's say Jake, how much invention Jake invented or discovered or something like that. And Esau would be like, hit you in the back of the head, kill you, and take what you invented and make it seem like he discovered it. That's how that devil is. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 56, and we start at verse 4, and it says, "In Yahweh I will praise His word, and Yahweh I will put my trust, and I will not fear what flesh can do unto me."
Shalom to the elder in Dallas. Shalom, and all you brothers in Dallas, and anyone that will coming forward or tuning in. Blessings. Go ahead.
Verse 5, and it says, "Every day they rest my word, all their thoughts are against me for evil."
Their thoughts are against the Most High for evil, man. You know, and what it say, we're gonna get crazy to the Most High. These are the only names that represent righteousness in this earth. You say Jesus, they're gonna love you, man. They're gonna sit at the table with you, but like you said, while y'all they're gonna fly. You know? But they weaken Jake and feminize Jake, they set their military up. And their strength. But the Most High said he's gonna break the staff of the wicked, man. Right. Okay.
And verse 6 right here, it says, "They gather themselves together, they hide themselves."
Hey, they gather themselves together, man. You know, like apostles held them down. They have a confederacy against us. That's like the black women don't understand, starting with the black women on down with our women. They don't understand this is against us. They separated us, divided us, and set up an army of troops against us and shit, man.
And the main one they coming at is the so-called Negroes, man. The Judites, because they the head, man.
Yeah.
And that's what they going for. They going for the head. They ain't doing no body shots, Jake.
Yeah.
They coming for the best of us.
They attack them first,
And finish the precept, and it says, "They mark my steps when they wait for my soul."
Yeah. Hey, they mark my steps and wait for my soul, you know. So they be looking at Jake. They be thinking he out there doing some shit, selling drugs on the corner, thinking like, yeah, you know, they see your ass, man. As soon as you get enough money and you ain't change, you know, I'm gonna quit selling drugs. That's when they get your ass.
We go.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, and it's like,
Go ahead.
like you said, they mark my steps. And they got records of us, man.
Yeah.
You know, they going back to the past life.
They even start young through the prison pipeline.
Yeah.
They start young. They're like even when you got like a little 6-year-old kid, and he probably get along to Edomite chiefs anyway, and they'll keep records of that, so they'll follow them from no matter what school they go, they'll follow.
That's why they got a grade system. Like, well, they'll put you in a class like send you to detention and all that. And put you in a special class like you got to watch them because you don't want to learn their BS. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all the time that Jake is just acting up. It's just like, what the hell you teaching? I'm going to learn this shit. What they got to do with my Jake see that stuff with himself. GMS likely telling them, you know, all the brothers want to come with rock a lot. GMS rock a lot. So they want to that's the elder in LA. Go ahead. Somebody has something?
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of shadow of death, upon them have the light shine. I like that one because it said the people have seen a great light. You know, and that great light is us. That's their word. That's Yahweh Shah shining And see, when you see that great light, because we born in this darkness, Esau made darkness. Once you see that light, you come out of it. Now you're not afraid, you're not easy target like that. You're gonna move different. Esau don't like that. He real lazy. Esau like stuff easy. He like Jake to go sell the drugs. You know, follow that archetype. When Jake deviates and follow the lost commandments, you're gonna move different. You're gonna spend different. You're gonna be in different places. You know, you want Jake in the club. They want Jake like all together, like you do pigs in a pen. That way it can be easy. When Jake is over here in the wilderness, you know, it's hard to catch, and I don't like that. Now you out of my sight. You know, I need to see you. You understand? In school, y'all somebody school teacher, I need to be able to see you.
That's why all that. Remember, they used to knock on the door for the census and who's in the house and checking on it. Now they got scanners. They got, you know, they can just scan your house or whatever. So they will, at least they ain't gonna have to do no work. He just scan you before you get out. He don't want to take Jake and shit the rest of his life. So guess what? It's gonna be some robots out there, man, and drones. You know, patrolling.
Yeah, and it's gonna ask you. You got your MOTB, you got that RFDICHIP in you,
because that's easy.
If
right?
you don't got it, they just gonna apprehend you. They gonna take it to the judge.
Turn it
Most
off.
of us that do, most of us that do get taken up to, it's gonna be some doggone AI robots. So ain't gonna come get us, man. Gonna see something, man.
That's why y'all try to say war until you got a fool.
And in that time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be a terrifying time. The only ones that's going to get protected is the elect, man, those men. So they definitely not going to be out there. But hey, man, some drones out there trying to get them, man. They ain't going out there. They're going to be in them bunkers, man. They ain't going to be out here, man.
Man, it was a case like it was a case like sometime last summer where the Jake in Chicago had went in basically unalive somebody, and they literally had his from the time he left his house all the way to where he committed the crime and to the time where he got. They had all of that on.
Man, all that.
And you see, it says, who can know a man's thoughts but the Most High? So for them to be trying to be like a Minority Report with Tom Cruise, like they trying to get you for a crime that you didn't already commit, or because you think of something, you could, you can change your mind. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. Turn back.
Yeah.
So what they gonna
give you the chance to do that?
You gonna be glitching or something? Like, go ahead.
Yeah, you know they doing that. They got a new movie just like that called Mercy coming out with Chris Pratt. Same thing. Except this one is with AI.
Yeah.
So they running that same predictive program.
Yeah.
That you know,
that's
like
what they call it, predictive program. You know, and Esau, we'll get back to the scripture, but Esau do experiments. He'll be like, well, let's put the nigga like trading places. Let's give a nigga a nice home and get him hella benefits, and I bet you I'll fuck it up and turn it back to the ghetto. And Jake do that. You know, so Jake, he know that's easy. 2 thirds are easy. Now he comes for the elect. He's a structured man. They don't have that shit easy. So I'm getting them now. That's why he's sending out provocateurs, agents, and all that, trying to get the best of them. But the Most High will, man. They ain't gonna get the best of them, and they ain't gonna get the elect. The elect gonna escape from them. Even with this one, they say the righteous man shall escape from them. Even this harlot, man. Well, they hate when the Jacobs. What they say? The scariest thing is an educated black man. Well, they really the educated, a biblical educated black man. So-called blacks. That's what they really talking about.
This guy was know what's that? What's his name? Roosevelt. What he said? A thorough knowledge of the Bible is better than any college education.
And that's true. That's why a lot of these elites, they know better. They model themselves after the Bible. They know. Go ahead.
Okay, finishing off. Proverbs 23 and 7. It says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
That's who he is. Like we tell you, he's Esau. He can't be nobody else. He can't be us. He tried to be the Native American, dressed like the Native American, but still murderers in his heart. He could change the outfits and still the same person.
It says, eat and drink, said he to thee.
He said, eat and drink, come in my house. Be filled. Go ahead.
But his heart is not with you.
His heart is not with you. So all that nice guy that Jacob talking about, well, Trump ain't so bad. Nah. It says in the scriptures, he don't do that. He's gonna offer you wine, come and share at my table. Look at his daughter, right? 28, 22.
This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 22. And it reads, he that hasteneth to be rich hath an evil eye.
Yeah, that's Esau. He hastened to be rich. All his stuff is based on money. This economic system, the New World Order, the beast. And that's a great part of the beast. The NATO and then the EU, the economic, the European Union. They got banking families all across the world. America's a cash cow. She's a harlot. That's why we call her this one-eyed harlot. She's a, and that's where they choose to play money. Anywhere you go, you gotta spend your money. You gotta put out your wallet. You chill with it. For your daily necessities, of course. You pull out. I don't mind pulling out, but they got insurance scams. And people ain't getting arrested. Wolf of Wall Street with what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. They got they play with people's money and shit. Not fair. They don't pay people. You supposed to pay a man that same day, and in gold and silver.
Yep, and they love it like that. They love it. Most stuff to be a scam. That's why, you get on social media, or YouTube, they'll have a little ads, and it be a fake company, man. It won't even be somebody ain't even credible, don't even know the name of it, don't got no support. And then people that come from other countries come over here and try to live. They don't want to get tricked by that stuff, man. Because they don't understand this place a trap, man.
But see,
that's why they like them here.
And see, that's what happened when somebody does it to him. That's what happened to Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
You sold your birthright, but you said that we supplanted you. Isn't he rightfully named Jacob? He supplanted me 2 times. You sold your birthright, man. But you got hustled too at the same time. And Esau, out hustle. So when he get hustled, now it's a problem.
Now it's bad. But you go over there, you go to Venezuela, take over the whole doggone country. But no, that's okay, right? Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
And everybody know what you're going there for. Yeah, oil resources.
Every time.
Okay.
Every time, man.
Hasten to be rich, but he has an evil eye, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And consider not that poverty shall come upon them.
Yeah, that's what Esau they're gonna turn back into a poverty. Like when we royal, when we rule, he's going into a poverty, a state of poverty. So the pit, you know what I'm saying? Just out there, stuck in captivity and can't escape, man, for 1,000 years. And then we're gonna get rid of him. Because what he's putting us in poverty. You gonna believe? Tell me after slavery, after all picking up, we did everything. Big cotton, sugar cane, cornfields. We learned how to farm and stuff. He got rid of farmers through Monsanto, and now it's only probably 2% of black farmers, and they ain't gonna be able to share with other black farmers if they wanted to do that. So they didn't cut off all the resources from Jake really, so they depend on them and their system. So you gotta go to us. Now we got a digital currency. Now you gotta get with that. You're gonna pull out let me give you 4 pennies so I won't have to break. 2 pennies so I won't have to break a nickel or a dime. Because when you break your money up, that's when you spend the shit. So that's what they trying to do, man. Now they be like, you don't have to take it, because you don't take that shit.
I can still down $20. You start to see that. Yeah. So he wants to see everything. I can't say he gonna see everything.
That's right.
Account for it. See. You spent this at this time with this person. I need to tax that.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because Jake, Jake do a lot of hand-in-hand hustling and all that. You know that. When they got food stamps and SNAP, it's like you had your own personal part, but Jake turned that into a hustle. But just give me your pen. It's usually started with your family. And he just spent now they're gonna be like, okay, and they're gonna try to make it make sense. The MOT for Jake. Like, okay, I got my own, so nobody can take this shit. It's in me.
If you're gonna take it, they're gonna run ass to your head the whole day. You're gonna be in the bathroom, nobody in there. It's gonna be an ear in your ear, voice in your ear. You need some new drawers. Walmart down the street. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
They
be looking under your shoes.
They had that. The Black Mirror stuff is coming back.
Yeah, man.
And they had take that new season coming out. And they had that where she got a implant in her brain, and they said, and she's like, but they started talking to her, inside that. So you're like, I know what I'm doing. Don't talk to me, but we got to keep up with you. Okay, can I pause this? Okay, you can't pause, but I'm going
to spend more money
to
get the ad.
Get the ad on. Get the ads taken out.
And
that's what they do. They offer you better. Okay, that's the internet. Okay, faster, better. Okay, you stand in line. You got my cars don't work. You got like 2-3 cars that don't work and shit. I thought that was supposed to the reason to get faster services. Said fast food take long shit, just like I can cook a damn chicken wing faster than they can serve me now because it's just backed up and everybody's losing their mind in there, man. Yeah. So that shit was just a good setup. Go ahead.
This doing that Mark, I'm gonna start saying. Go ahead. This Mark chapter 7 verse 22. Mark chapter 7 verse 16. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah, and everybody you have ears, but a lot of people have ears they can't hear.
Okay, spiritually hear. They don't got that eye sound, like brother was saying, man. Yeah. You always said it, man. Verse 17. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. Verse 18. And he said unto them, are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him?
It cannot defile him.
Okay. Verse 19, because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats.
Yeah, but that was not what I had.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Up. So basically, I mean, you can eat, but that don't mean you can eat swine, Jake. All right, and all these abominable foods. It says something about your character, that spiritual character you're supposed to have. Eating bottom feeders make you a bottom thinking type of person, man. But Jake sometimes don't know that. Okay, stop. Then he comes to the truth and stop eating those things. But they do purge it out, man. Some stuck in a man's heart, like embedded in his mind. That's who he is, like a what they call it, kleptomaniac. You can't teach him not to steal no more. He just like
that's what he do.
As soon as he steal from his own family, like, hey, mom, just that's how I am, mom. And they'll still bring him around, right? He's still invited to the cookout.
She'll be over there. Look him in the corner with her evil eye and smile and want him to see him. Put a $20 on the table and walk into the back room. You know he gonna jack that shit, man. She like, you could have just asked me for it, baby, but I know you like jacking shit. You still my baby boy. That's how fucked up Babylon is, man. Yeah, man. Place through, man.
So you gonna say something? I was gonna say, y'all was shy. You can walk it down. How you determine whether it's a false doctrine. Okay, you gotta know about it.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of Esau. He was a murderer from the beginning. That's why y'all was shy felt that to many people. He was a murderer from the beginning. Why is he gonna be changing? Do anything different? He's still doing it. Mm-hmm. Still killing Jake. Still calling Jake niggas. You would think that was back in slavery. No, he's still calling Jake niggas. Still putting that interracial talk and shit, joking and shit, some kind of mockery or humor, that vague humor that he brings up. Yeah, wasn't a good time for you guys back then. But hey, no sharpshooters here.
That shit. He said was that keep coming, not but to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah.
So when they came over here to America, they talking about they came over here looking for land, and, gold, But no, they came over, but they knew who was open.
Man, they came here to take. They came here to take peace from the earth, man. That's their job.
Down that ship, they had a sellout that was on there. They were telling them who they can converse back and forth with the interpreter. They had a sellout.
Yeah, they always sell out.
That was written over for 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So they had that. Jake had the scriptures. So they had the warning.
What did it say? They went to a further land to keep the laws of the Most High.
Yeah.
But that got lost too because it put that in Spanish Inquisition and them coming in, they made them conform too. You could see that in that movie, Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. They had they embedded this indoctrinated systematic teaching into their minds. And you got to remember 3 important Edomites. And got to write it down. And make sure you can take tests on that. So now that's how they grow up. Next thing you know, 50 years later, 60 years later, they out. These colleges do work.
They got okay lunch. They don't tree shit.
Hugging trees and shit. Get off the tree, Jake. God damn. Verse 20. And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man.
That's what defileth. That's why it talks about those virgins, the 5 virgins that wasn't. I mean, the pretty much paraphrasing, saying that didn't defile themselves. Women, meaning philosophies and things that you can learn upon this earth. You know what comes out of you because of what you've been taught. So you can't teach a false doctrine, man. And be full of light. And anybody that talks without this doctrine, because it says to the law and to the testimony, and speak not according to this word, there's no light in it. So if you're speaking anything outside this Bible, the way it should be taught, you're teaching the devil's doctrine. You're teaching, it could be about anything, man. It could be about, Jake think he owns something like the melanin, man, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, doing whole breakdowns. And then that's all they teach about. What about the other stuff, man? That's just, exactly. What about us? What about the spiritual aspect of things, man? How a man thinks and how he should perceive things, man. About everything he does, man. What he eats, how he's supposed to treat his family and his wife and all that, man. And his brethren and all that.
That's why we got apostles and elders, man. We got them because even when I be so quiet, sometimes I be like, out of nowhere, like, what you think about this, man? I'll be like, yeah, this is what I think. You know, that's what we got when we got the brotherhood, man. You get to really tap into to life, man. The aspects of things that we really didn't know about, man, when we came into truth, you know?
Man. Like Apostle, I say true education is means from within. People think you just have to get outside. No, it's supposed to be from within. And it really starts with your family, which they supposed to be in the truth, man. They don't know. They supposed to teach the same thing you teach.
Verse 21, for from within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts.
So you can sit down with a man and especially eat him, and he's like smiling on the outside and everything, but inwardly, like you said, you know, the other one too, war was in his heart. He's speaking full things, but inwardly, he's like, and it said that inward thoughts is that their house will continue forever. So you know what they wanted when they was in slavery, back in the slave days when they were so-called slave masters, they wanted their slave. Jake to be slaves forever. They wanted their houses to continue forever. So that lets you know where their mind state is and has been since those times, even going back to the Greeks when they got established with Alexander the Greek. And the Romans that came after them. And then now we're in the last leg of Rome. They thinking it's the same spirit, thinking the same kind of way.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, we like Saquon said, we got to be careful around our family because inward they ravaging wolves too, unless they in this truth, man. They just like Esau, man, until they come into the truth. Just like when we see the Matrix, it said, hey, they going to be a potential agent until they cross over into the real world, until they born again. You understand that, you know, we in captivity, man. Jake think we free out here, man.
You have more on that?
Your point is at 22. So, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries.
Like that's not pleasant to the Most High, man. You know, man be like trying to justify it, like, yeah, she just kept looking at me. She was just fine. I ain't my fault. You know, she took care of herself. Go ahead.
Fornications.
Go ahead. Murders. Go ahead.
Thefts,
like you said, even we'll say, like you said earlier, the thief came not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10. That's what they did to the land in Book City CJ. He's an upright man. And Yahweh knows this devil And I was shocked. The spirit knows devil. That's why I said, hey, have you tried my son Joe? He's an upright man that's good people. And I know he ain't gonna curse you, and he ain't gonna curse people. Try him. And that's when they go out there. They want to try to prove the Most High wrong. You ain't gonna prove the Most High wrong, man. He made your ass and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Yeah, checkmate, man. Hey. You've been checkmate ever since the Most High made your ass. You know, he ain't gonna get no help.
Jeremiah always said, when you was in our belly, I knew you.
Yeah. Jeremiah 1:5.
Yeah. And what did Job say too? When I was in my mother's belly before I even came to earth, he said before a man even saw. But then Most High watches you when you see you be a baby and be like, I'm taking care of myself in the womb. Most High take care of his prophets in the womb. So that's why we born today. That's what you see in across the world today.
Even miscarriages and stuff like that, that's coming from the Most High. He don't want you on the planet. He ain't gonna even step foot in this motherfucker.
Yeah, he killed David firstborn. You know,
he ain't supposed to be here. He ain't gonna be here. So it's a blessing that we here and we know the truth. Yeah. That's how you know the Lord's dealing with us. You know, that's how you know. Yeah. You know?
Covetousness, killing, he make it alive. Yep. Covetousness, you know, that means you covet a man's property or something like that. And a woman is a man's property. You're not supposed to covet his wife, man.
Yep.
You know, or his property or his possessions and shit. Man.
Yep.
A woman is a man's possession, man. So she ain't even supposed to be nowhere near your woman and shit. You got all these celebrities and talking about, you know, I'm playing this role and playing the role for 6 months, and this man's playing playing her husband. We just worked on this movie. That's it. You better wait for your husband 6 months. Look at this guy out there on Jake talking about some Mr. Stereo. Girl, you gonna get your ass blown up, Jake. Yeah. All them demon ass Usher. Stop playing with Usher about GMS, man. Don't do that like that, man. Okay. Wickedness. Deceit, that's what they picked out. Wickedness and deceit. Go ahead. Lasciviousness, and that's the worst kind. It's almost like, hey, they try to justify these transgenders and all. That's deceitful, man. You dressing up in a wig and a dress and making a man cut off the lights and making a man drunk and make him think that you're a woman. You go ask him to be destroyed for that, man. That's heavy ass deceit. Most I don't like that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
An evil eye.
So you know you got plotters around the world with an evil eye, man. Especially Esau, he got an evil eye. What did it say? And that came up on Jake. That person, he shall have an evil eye toward his brother. That we used to love each other, man. But that Esau used to be our enemy. These other nations used to be our enemy. But Most High, they said y'all gonna become like y'all's enemy, man. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that evil eye going to what you open up camp with, going to the Illuminati, that one eye symbolism. That eye, that's the Esau want to keep his eye on. His eye is evil. You know, and he usually goes to all kinds of different things too, like the technology, other people. They say other Jakes, he'll use anybody to come spy on you, man. Fucks. Hey, watch him when he come out the door. They want to know your patterns because they're hunters. A hunter wants to know the pattern of a creature. That way he can, you know, unalive you. And when you're unpredictable, which what the truth kind of gives to you, because you get the wisdom out to understand it. That's when Esau kind of get depressed. Like, man, he ain't go where I thought he gonna go. Or he didn't go like, you know.
Like I said, they can't even get no sleep unless they call something to fall. They can't even get no sleep, man. He be tossing and turning in the bed like, he's getting out there in the back on the back porch, twitching. Can't get stuff.
Man. Wouldn't say Samaria means watch. Pretty much watch the tower of whatever Samar, and it used to be a hill, mountain. So we didn't use telescopes. Well, you know, they had empty telescopes, but we used to go to the top of the hill and look for our enemy. You know, to see what's going on because you know that's how regional places was. Like you know, the neighboring cities and all that wasn't. They wasn't concentrated like we thought that was built on building on fire.
And that's why they had to separate Israel because they even had like Issachar, man. Issachar, they was the ones who discerned the signs in the times. So they be the main one on the mountains. Like, okay. And they telling us what to do and stuff, man.
That's why
everyone want us together, man.
That's why you got that. They got that Aztec
Mayan calendar.
And that thing is intricate when you see it, how it's designed, man.
Yeah.
It's almost make me think about the pyramids that the Hebrews built. It's like our people was some spectacular people. That's why the Most High had to humble us. Like, wow,
y'all be out here bragging like y'all the shit about all this.
You're the pyramid, like, yeah. Especially when you look at King Solomon. King Solomon had us balling so hard.
Man.
He doing so good. He like, nah.
Yeah, man. They thought Solomon was the doorman. You hear me? They was like, He's like, nah, I'm just the doorman. He said, I thought you were just standing outside your crib.
It describes this. Hey, we had gold vessels and plates and all that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Solomon had some rings and
boy, you know he did.
Gold necklace.
Yeah. Oh, he had a chain. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a scripture that says, I think it's comparable to the kingdom. He said that no man has seen that glory in all Solomon, right? And all Solomon's glory or something like that. You know what I'm saying? As decked out and First Solomon was with all his Jews and all that. The kingdom is going to be much greater than that. So that's
But what we gonna get? Yeah. He had real research, man. Yeah,
like you said, Jake is, got a lot of Jakes that had a mentality. I mean, and we get it, you know what I'm saying? Because we are, that's what I'm
you got Jake coming out. This his homeboy poor and shit. He coming out with Jews and shit, and you know, like, all right, nigga, you know, like, no, you're supposed to help the man out, give him a job or something.
Y'all ain't got no food.
Yeah,
y'all ain't got no food.
Hey, like you said, that fits how y'all said it. What he tell the rich you? He said, you want to come from me? Sell everything you got in this report.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And not only that, he was telling his own people of the Jew nation, because we supposed to be on one kingdom, of course, but we got split. He's like, you can't look at Judah can't look down at his brother. That's why I said Judah fell too, because it was Israel fell away, and then Judah was left only. So that's why a lot of the time they was bragging kind of against Yahweh Shai, like, hey, we the people, we the oracles of God, we the Levites, we got the laws of Moses, to go back to Moses, and they, who are these people? And they're like, nah, our people got scattered. Remember that? You know, remember the other part of the kingdom. Remember the two kingdoms should be one kingdom.
Yeah,
that's why under Solomon, they was like, who's gonna get passed down because Solomon, he was king getting Jeroboam or Rehoboam. But Jeroboam, like, I don't want to follow that, I want to be king too. So, but they do have, it was two kingdoms. Yeah. But the Most High said, y'all ain't gonna do that. No, y'all gonna come together as one kingdom. Y'all all gonna be priests. Yep. 140,000 priests, kings and priests. Yeah. Because there used to be just the Levites.
Says that y'all didn't want to be rich together. Now you get to be broke together. Yeah. So we get back.
All tribes. That's why I mentioned 12 tribes, 12,000 for each tribe in Revelation.
When we say like, bro, we don't mean like Jake's got money problem, Jake. It's like we got a sovereignty problem. We don't have no land that we call our own, man. Yeah. That's what we mean by poor. Not that we ain't got no provisions. We workers. Especially Issachar and them, man. He out working all of us straight up. Yeah.
We ain't got no institution.
Yeah. No nothing. Yeah.
You got Jake talking about they get on Facebook, a little $1,000 ticket.
A couple little rats.
They talking about, and then you hear you rich, bro.
No, he not.
You owe something.
Yeah.
They don't, but they don't. Nah, man, you ain't got you don't have no land.
Nope.
You don't have. Hey, you don't have.
You ain't got no real resources. Yeah.
Right. No.
No gold and silver.
Now they end up with racks over here in an apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got a bunch of Esau Edom faces on your head. That don't make you rich, Jake. It's the resources.
Well, don't say in the scriptures that a poor man shouldn't see where the rich sit with a rich man. Yep. He's gonna make a mockery out of you.
Yep.
You know, he's at the table for gain and all that, because that's his spirit, man.
Yeah.
But Jace can have that spirit, but Most High makes sure he keep knocking Jake down and shit. That's why Jake be in the hood. He lose like, damn, man. I had a $10,000 and shit. Somebody stole that shit. Then he gotta work his way back up. Most High kick him back down. Quit chasing that shit, Jake. That tree. So
that goes like some drug dealers. You really gotta know they have big money. Look at them now, they like got less than what you got. They be getting depressed now. Gotta work back up. He fucking job next to me. Boy, he had about $20,000. They put one on
That's what happens when you don't give to the brother. When you don't give to the brother, you don't give it to the truth, man. You don't give everything you got, man. Lord will take it. That's what he said, man.
And he's dividing us because we're spiritually rich. We can't hang with the spiritually poor. Spiritually poor is those ones that's into these philosophies and stuff like that.
He said the money with the bag of holes. He said he blew on it, man. He said, no, he can't keep getting that shit. Jake's gonna be equal to get that shit.
What's that?
We'll get back to it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's blasphemy, pride, and foolishness.
Blasphemy. That's blasphemy putting that Cedric Virgil character up, man, and saying that he's the son of God. Man.
Yeah.
That's blasphemy to say the Israelites of him instead of us. You know? Go ahead.
Pride and foolishness.
Pride, it talks about his pride in Obadiah. It says pride, the pride on thy own heart has deceived thee. You know, dwellest in the clefts of the rock. That made set yourself his what is it? He said his nest among the stars. You know, and he imagine how he comes out and he's at his, you know, he got the buildings, the towers. You look across the sea like, yeah, you know, this is my city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're looking down at somebody. You know,
that's
how they looked at us. You know, like we measly. We little people. We are the little people. That's okay. But our spirit is just big. You know, I mean, you know, spirit is just higher. We inwardly powered men first. That's why the Most High had it like, hey, y'all gonna get y'all power, just wait. But you gotta understand the powers, the effects of power, the positions of power. Yeah. Just because you are a military type man with all this power don't mean you're the greatest power in the world.
You gotta respect the Most High, and the main way doing that is respecting prophecy. Yeah. We got to be made low before we get lifted up, Jay. That's the prophecy.
Like I told you. Yes. Like that. How you perceive things. You can sit down, somebody beside you, they standing up, and they be like thinking like Hakeem that coming to America. I thought he was who is this? Like, because he was bragging about himself, like, you know what I'm saying? And then so when she found out, yeah, why do I always get the bad ones at the time? And that, but she didn't understand. He was a prince too. I mean, he was. He got money too.
Yeah.
Remember, he asked for some money, and they sent him, and he had bathers too. Like, that's your punishment. Like, shit.
He fixed the apartment up.
Yeah. He could make phone calls like Hakeem.
He was like, "What you do to the apartment?" He said, "Ah, man, I can't be living like this, man. Sorry, Pop." Yeah. Big bro,
but you see how the perception of women is off, man.
Yeah.
Like we gonna all be kings and priests. If my brother, he's important like I am. He's rich like I am in this world. Gonna down him and then try to, go ahead.
Yep. All these evil things come from within.
They come from within. Man found up in his heart. Even they got something called premeditated murder. It's worse than murder itself because you thinking it in your mind all the time. You must have been plotting this. You set it up like this. That's how Esau does. Everything is premeditated with him. Even when it talks about Most High saying, don't try to figure out what you'll say. The Holy Spirit will come upon you and give you a mouth what to say. That's how the Most High is. He's quitting. You don't think the Most High can give us immortal bodies right now? But we got to learn how to take care of this body first before we get the spiritual body. This is a learning training program that Most High has.
Like the concept in Alabama, you say the Bible is rehab the king.
Yeah.
I was looking back at he got to pay the credit. He's out here. He's out the word of Yahweh. But he's out there. That goes into premeditation. Premeditating murder.
And it says in the scriptures, meditate upon these words all day and night. It didn't say premeditate over the scriptures.
Right.
Because you be like, even if it's a poor situation, you be like, you ain't gonna be able to say enough to where you hurts and all that. See, they do it for Hollywood. They do it, play their roles and all that. But when they play that role off Hollywood, they don't remember those lines. They gotta think like, damn, what was the line back then in the movies I did? So you really can't take nothing with you and have nothing in you unless the Most High wants to keep it there. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I have a precept that's gonna back up everything God is saying. And then get back on site too. Psalms 10, I'm gonna start at verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. See right there, so Esau not gonna seek after the Most High, man. He throw the lost fence behind him, and that's like you gotta seek. You see, the Lord told us to seek His face. Esau not gonna do that. And then verse 5 said, "His ways are always grievous; thy judgments are far out of His sight. As for all His enemies, He puffeth up at them." So Esau can't see the righteousness of Yahweh Bashiach. The Lord said He's a serpent; He eat dust all the days of life, so He can't drink on the liquid water.
He's on the mind, man.
Exactly. And then
they see through, like we said, they see through the peephole of that horoscope. They call it a horoscope. The horse, they peep through the eye of the Egyptology because they want to figure like, who would you have the Israelites in slavery? They're gonna model themselves after that, so they'll know how to do us out here in America.
Yeah, they use that soothsaying to practice divination.
Yeah, the Chaldeans, the daughter of the Chaldeans. That's America.
And that's even when you go into that term serpent. In the beginning, where it talked about the serpent, man, that it says the serpent practice divination. That's talking about the seed line of people we talk about, man.
That's what it's going to be. Another thing says, verse 6, it says, "He has said in the heart, I shall not be moved. God shall never be in that verse." You think ain't going to break it down? $100 took out there, billions of dollars, put this broken on the corner though.
This is the truth. And what you say, I said, that's what you say. What we talk about it, freaking them going into captivity.
They don't see it. They'll be like, it said, how's he numbered among the saints? Like they didn't see it, like all that they looked for. It says they didn't have a vision of the so-called black man coming to save his people in a chariot. Go ahead.
I got verse 7. It says, "His mouth is full of cursing and deceit."
Full of cursing and deceit, man, and full of pride, man. He's fraudulent. This America wasn't even here. He's from the caves of Caucasus Mountains, and he don't tell people that, man. Like people, if I say you saw something, where you from, man? Well, originally, I'm from the Caucasus Mountains. Like, oh shit, that makes sense. Go ahead.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Under his tongue is mischief, man. And vanity. Because what he's speaking is not going to come about. There's no more order. He's going to try and attempt it and put it into play, but it ain't going to come out like he wanted to. The outcome of it. Most High said he's interrupt. He despised. What did it say? His enterprise. At this point, his enterprise.
Joe 5.
5:12. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, because this is the point right here I'm going to get to talk about, their sight. This is verse 8, Psalms 10 and 8. "He sitteth at the lurking place of the villages."
There you go.
"In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Murder the innocent,
His eyes are privily set against the poor."
Eyes privily set against the poor. And he does that too today. I mean, one of his the Bohemian Grove and all that, and even Hollywood, the hills of Hollywood, they have eyes. They murder up there. They do sacrifice there. But a lot of people don't even want to go there because what they do and what is known for them to do, which is kidnap people, murder people, sacrifice. You was gonna say something? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. That's why they make that movie like The Hills Have Eyes. Yup, stuff like that.
Yep. I was gonna ask your point as the prime truck Bohemian Gold Road. They use an owl as a symbol of that. The owl is on a $1 bill. And the reason they use the owl is because the owl got some big old eyes and you can see in the dark.
Yeah.
So they use that as like an animal as they base for their wickedness.
Not only that, it turns its neck 360 degrees. So they can watch everything around them.
Oh, heavy. That's why they work man.
And the eagle. And the eagle. They consider that's their bird, I mean that's their symbol. And eagle, when you see an eagle, he keys in, he's direct with his prey. Like he swoops it and it can't get away. He keys in on it.
Got the eagle eye, got the sight.
That's another reason why we call the place spiritually in Syria. They had the grip. They had the eagle wings on it, man. They took a lot of philosophies and things that and that's why you got to know your history, Jay. You know that. You're like, damn, we in the same place all over again, man. We really ain't in Kansas.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, man. That's what I was going to say. We Alice in Wonderland. We Black Alice and with Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, man.
This is a great, like you said, it's the greatest movie. The one thing I got to mention too, that at the TV, they call it the one-eyed devil. So everything on that TV is a program. Everything that you see, they already set it up, pre-made it. So that's why they keep a tab on the TikTok, YouTube, because it's like a spontaneous. Oh, just let me do a video. Go ahead. The windows. We're gonna get to that scripture because the windows is kind of like what it says in Ezekiel, digging in that wall, and seeing what the different worlds that's out there. Now we're seeing like we didn't even know they existed. The poverty and all these nations going to war, what they have and stuff. They're promoting weapons. We didn't know that. We was just watching TV. Go ahead. And whatever the news that's what we watch.
The smart TV, like you said, the smart TV, they can see you on your screen, man. So you watch TV, they watching you. They watching what you got going on in your house. That's the camera. Pretty much.
And recording everything.
Yeah. Hey, they show you that on what's that, Matrix Revolution? Oh no, Reloaded.
Yeah.
Second one. Yeah. When he came into the so-called
architect.
He had all them screens.
All the
every living soul on the planet.
Since he was born.
Yeah.
It's like the Truman Show. They got them cussing out. See, they're gonna have us, but they're gonna use AI too. Like they already did with the possum drinking. Yeah, they're gonna do that. But the Most High, like you said, on the right hand side, Most High's eyes on the computer. He got angels recording what they do. And what you guys are just doing. That's what we do. So that's the ancient spiritual cameras of angels. You said you have some up?
Yeah, that go back to that point. With the time I was talking about he back, but we back with Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he was about to spill his belly, I was
so let's draw a physical picture. Like, oh man, you invite all your friends. Like man, you finally got your elite friends. And you sit down at the table and you got the wine and everything's set. You're about to eat. It's just a celebration. That's how we do it a lot of times. Like when we defeated these nations, we got high holy days. We ate and drink. You know what I'm saying? And they about to fill their belly with this new world order. Like, and I broke this slocky, but I broke this down before. Like on the dollar bill, it's still a fiat. It's still a physical currency. Yeah. But they don't have. When you look at the pyramid on the dollar bill, the triangle is not connected with the rest of the pyramid because it's not really the complete vision of it.
Yeah.
So the complete vision of it is when this is done away with it, it's the digital currency.
Yep.
So go ahead.
On that table, they're gonna have 2/3 on that table. What they're gonna have on that table, they're gonna have a fork in it. So they're gonna be like, oh, it's done, it's ready to eat.
Yeah, like that's the last ride to hit these Israelites.
You got to dig in. You got to have Jake out here doing the heel toe. He ain't even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You have Jake doing some weird ass shit on that shit.
And he knows how to do that in a physical way, but it's a process. You know, he'll raise the rent in certain neighborhoods, and Jake ain't gonna be able to afford it, so he'll move to this Texas. So it's kind of like he already knew Jake was gonna do that. Yes. But now it's kind of like, look, we need to hurry up. We need to speed this thing up, just chip their asses.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
They tired of working with this process thing.
That's in the communication.
Yeah, you know.
That's in the quote. Rothschild. Hold on. They got they don't have a wide window to
labor. I mean,
perform their enterprise.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I got that quote. Yeah. So, and hey, that means like that shows you they know who they are. Because that means what he said in that quote means directly with Revelation 12:12. When they said nobody, but they know they know that they have for the short time.
Come down great wrath.
Yeah, they don't have because they know they ain't gonna. They like shit. They know the elites. You know they know. Yeah, they know something is coming.
And when you look up that word knoweth, just real quick so you finish that. When you look at that word knoweth, it said to perceive with the eyes because he can't see spiritually. Yeah. He's seeing them chariots. He's seeing Jack stand on the corners. He like, hey man, we almost out of time. We got to move, man. So you know that, new brothers coming in. Hey, like we got to move, man. Oh no, we got to go. Yeah. Honey, get your bags. We got to go.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yep. You know, hey, pretty soon I'm just going to beat over a little bit. You know, Trump, he might be a robot. His real self is in getting ready to try to go out of space or in his underground bunkers and shit.
He got pangs in his stomach.
Robot.
He got pangs in his stomach down there.
I said that in the truck. When coming here, I said you look him in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like something ain't right.
He got. Yeah, he down there. He down. The real one down there. The real one down in there turned into sleep. Probably already got boils from the MOTB.
Yeah.
Boiling, like can't be seen out here already getting jacked up.
Well, you remember the Terminator when he called? He was looking for Sarah Connor and he called her on the phone, and then called random Sarah Connor numbers, and he can do her voice just like Sarah Connor. He's a robot. So he called right time and talked to her family, and he sounded like her, and that's what got me to the address. So we can take her out. So they got robots that imitate our voices, and, you know, movements and all that.
They got what's called a twin bot, where they could make a twin of you, make it like an actual replica of you, and then they have the grief bot or the dead bot, where they can get people to talk to their loved one that did that with the
deceased.
Yep. Doing all this.
Finish off in Job 20 and 23, and it says, and he shall reign upon him while he is eating.
It's eating, man. And that power is going to come up on him, especially America being an example. The message is going to come up on America. Said, she shall be destroyed. You know, because she's really not looking toward her end. They trying to rebuild this place with this digital stuff, man. But it ain't gonna work. Most High gonna take it down.
Yeah, that's I was shocked what he said. Maybe not sure. No flesh. They're gonna try to do like the movie iRobot. Turn everything and everybody busy. Matter of fact, I went to listen the other day. Was it Elon Musk? And a lot of brothers did touched on that lesson. But it's expanding the production of the Neuralink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it said something. What it said in the art, it said that he's trying to basically link a human mind to AI. So make humans and AI one. You know.
That shows you how they got a God complex. That's how we're trying to do it. Bring us in one try.
But we're going to say in the scriptures, says, can a man make a God like you to himself? So they got to do a robot's God. They can't make a man like that.
Well, going back to Mark,
That's what it says. Serve. They can only build.
going back to Mark chapter 7, verse 23. All these evil things come from within and defile the man.
That's what defiles the man.
Well, he just did he did tricks. Hey man, place getting wild, man.
But you know, saying spirits
he hit it though.
Spirits are roused up, man.
He hit it though. Hey, he hit it. He ain't hit nothing.
So
second, I thought he was about to hit that.
That's the Lord. So he excited. He said the brothers out there. He's shouting out and shout out to the brothers.
Well, and
ain't nobody get hurt.
Yeah, and that's what we say too. Like when you supposed to learn from your nation and the teachers out of your nation, your people, and your home and all that. Once you start messing with the Esau's philosophy, going to their schools, your children gonna come home like, well, they do it. Why can't I do it, Daddy? Well, we don't do stuff like that. And then the school kids are gonna put pressure on your kid, you know, thinking they're weird or something because you don't dress like them. Or they see a young female with a dress. Why do you wear dresses? Yeah. And you got it. But see, that's the turning up things upside down. You start turning the whole world down. It used to be normal for a woman to wear a dress.
Now they think it's normal for a woman to be all buff and shit. Yeah. Have some damn wranglers on and shit, like doing push-ups, like over. Oh man, the weights and shit. Oh man.
I put my children out of school. They went home school. That's what I don't like. Now I can't go to the children like I would have. I'm talking about myself. So I don't like that. I got to make good long agenda. Now they start to get smart. You don't want to go to my school. I don't like that. What the hell?
You remember back then?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Like so the one that was talking to David, something like that.
TV.
Yeah, but in that interview, he was saying that that was a part of that at least, you know, to you know, get the woman,
Get the woman to go to work. But he asked,
right.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You remember seeing that?
Yeah.
Kids in school,
Yeah.
you know,
So we can indoctrinate the kids.
And you remember they used to be on your ass back then when your kid missed school. It was like a police. They like, why is your kid missing? Like, what's going on? And then they put pressure on the parents. And so the parents be like, you need to take your ass to school. Your parents didn't care what you were learning. They just wanted you to get good grades and all that. But they'll have them teach you whatever they teach in school. Huh?
I feel daycare.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I remember to this day, like their elementary school, how they had it, even on the test, it was multiple choice test. They'd be like, the question like, who discovered America? And if you know the truth, you know Christopher Columbus discovered America. But they'll make that question like that. If you miss it, you're going to fail the test.
Yeah.
No.
And like we said, they marking you if you know it. Like, if you know certain things, they like keep an eye on this. You ain't supposed to know that. Go ahead. Y'all, I know y'all seen that Richard Pryor skit where he said he discovered, he's like, welcome. He said, man, we were bad, man. This is all us. This is black people, man. Yeah. I don't know if that was one, but they locked him in a cage, right? So you can't get out and teach nobody else. Yeah. They slowly walked away like he was discovering. Yeah.
And he opened up and said, a bunch of black people.
Yeah. They started and locked them in there, man. They rather lock a man in prison with the word and let him out to teach somebody.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 8, verse the point is in 7. Well, you go to 7
through 12, 7 through 12.
All right. Verse 7, get to the point, and it says, and he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall.
A hole in the wall, man. It's almost like the internet when you see, or that one-eye TV, that vision, that looking through what you're supposed to see. Go ahead.
Yeah. Or like now, like get on your phone and you can go and just stream, look at all the different little clips of Jake, like that one. What's that thing that show always Jake fighting? What's that one?
Scoops.
That was Scoops. Scoops. It be Jake getting beat up on there, Jake fighting and everything, man. It just
World Star Hip Hop. Remember that?
It
has. It was.
I don't know about Scoop. I know about World
Oh,
Star.
Scoops is like the newest.
I don't know.
Yeah, they World Star was starting to die out, so they started doing it.
I know World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah, and guess who
Scoops is on there?
Remember the World Star hoodies? The World Star Hip Hop hoodies?
Yeah.
See, it was all about Jake. Exploiting Jake.
Verse 8, then he said unto me, son of man, dig now in the wall.
Dig in the wall, go ahead.
And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door.
Door, man. Go ahead.
Verse 9, and he said unto me, go in.
And in this case, like you said beyond earlier, windows. They're like doors, man. You know? But then something's happening behind that door. You know? That's the reason that you go to that door and see something. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, go in, and behold, the wicked abominations that they do there.
Look at what Israel is doing up in there. Go ahead.
Verse 10, so I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things.
Yeah. So it's talking about men and what they do on earth. Just like Peter with the net. It said he saw all these creeping creatures, and that was people that was doing crazy stuff.
Yeah. And they
even talk about eating pork.
Yeah. They even orchestrated in the movies too. All the movies got a damn mo in them now.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Yeah. Even like the new Stranger Things. Dude gonna come out that closet at the end. You ain't have your kids watch the kids movie no more. It be the main character like, I like boys.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here, man.
Did that with Bel Air.
Weak ass.
Cut off my dick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like,
remember,
come on, man.
Remember Bel Air? It was who was all mafia or whatever.
Yeah.
Black family. Everybody seemed to be so much wholesome. Then they had the daughter liking another.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the new Bel Air. The new Bel Air, yep. It's always got to be one of them. Got to be a mo. Yeah, one of them got to be a mo.
It's something it's entertaining. It's like it's like a dark edge of the Like
Carlton was jacked up. He wasn't like this smart. He was messed up, bro. And something was wrong with Carlton. Like,
So,
yeah.
Snowball.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It said an abominable beast.
Abominable beast. There you go. You know. What it said, I saw men as beasts.
Yep, that's what like beasts. Yeah. Ready to be destroyed. And all the idols of the house of Israel.
Because remember in the beginning it says about the beast. It said it was more something than any beast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So and you look up that word field means the world. So you can apply that to this world. And Esau is the most crafty, subtle being, so to speak, out of all these beasts.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Betrayed upon,
but it's talking about Israel. Go ahead.
Betrayed upon the wall round about.
Round about. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And there stood before him 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, And then that's all you
Yeah, because I think it said that he saw even the worst thing.
Okay. And in the midst of them stood Jezaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. Verse 12, and he said unto me, Son of man, seest thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the chambers of his imagery.
And
Yeah.
You know?
We all went off, man.
That's today too. You see, you know that they sound bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Super bad. Yep.
You know?
There was a lot of dark stuff happening even within our own people.
Yep.
That's supposed to govern his gun right way.
We ain't exempt either, man. We had to get right too. We ain't exempt. None of us are exempt, man. We ain't acting like we perfect either, man. That's why you can trust the apostles, man. They ain't never act like they was just all the way right all the time, man. They talk about stories of them growing up in the truth, man. You know, that's how we know we on solid ground, man. Real men. For they say the Lord seeth us not.
The Lord seeth us not. So basically, to form all things, Jacob is to form all things. We did this first. We went up. And now Esau's in that place. So guess who was the two separate people that the Messiah was looking at? And it was really us. That's who the Jews were in the scripture when it says they are not Jewish, but synagogue the same. That's what was us.
And you know, that's proud to say all these goddamn eyes everywhere. The Lord can't see.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on with Jake, man?
Mm-hmm.
He can't see.
Yeah.
They don't know that the Lord that's spiritual sight.
Yeah.
That's spiritual sight. That's power right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because you cannot see physically, but within your dreams you can see. So you know the eyes are different.
Right.
You know?
The Lord hath forsaken the earth.
Yeah. So I think before that it was talking about. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 13, and he said also unto me, turn thee yet again.
Turn again, man. Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt see greater abominations that they do.
You're gonna see greater abominations. Like when it started with who was that in the 90s? It started, by y'all. It started with Lil Kim and all them. You didn't think nobody can get worse than Lil Kim, man. And now they got 1,500 and shit. They got Cardi B, Megan Stallion and all that. City Girls and all that. You thought that was the worst. I said, Sexy Red. Yeah. Nothing, man. Come on, man. But it just when you think it couldn't get no worse, it got worse. And if we get on, it could get worse than this. But you don't want to see it get like that.
Yeah, he had Ezekiel turned a whole bunch of times. He seen a whole bunch of shit, man. You know he was terrified too, man. Because he knew that if we was all like that, all of us had to pay for it. Ezekiel was probably terrified when he seen that, man.
And they really want this earth set up like the movie. Like how they, like you said, they just have a new path, just running across the screen.
Like this whole booty on the screen, like it's not.
They want that to be normal. You know how they used to have the Roman statues back then, all out in the streets with the loins showing and that's how we work with place. But they convicted within themselves when we out there, so they don't want. That's why they trying to stop the word. Go ahead.
I got a appreciate kind of thing when you talk about. I ain't put the theme of London.
Yeah.
I like this Psalms 25, verse 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. So that goes what y'all talking about. Now we see the Lord's righteousness. We see the laws and commandments, like Bob Michael was talking earlier. We got the apostles, elders that we get to see. We see your teachers. They show us the righteous way. Yep. So now that we see, and then we also see Esau. We see your wickedness. Y'all talked about it earlier. Yep. The devil bringing all these wicked Eves in. Wicked things through the music. Like we can see we're witnesses. A witness sees things. Yeah. That's what they call it, an eyewitness.
Well, eyewitness, and they call us witnesses, man. Like we witnessing things and reporting. Praying to the Most High and report to each other what we see. Because you got to confirm stuff, right? You see what I see.
He started trying to act like they the news report. They're like, Eyewitness News 5. You got to punch first. No, you didn't. Nah, E.
Well, before you do that, right quick, I'm glad you brought that up. Eyewitness, because Well, CBS, the logo is an all CNI.
Yep.
If you look at the CBS logo, so they watch it. They watch
it. Verse 15. This is up to us. You know, Psalms 25 and 15. It said, "My eyes are ever toward the Lord, but He shall pluck my feet out of the net." So it goes with salvation, with mercy, and what it is because we see the Lord. He said, "My eyes are ever toward the Lord." So when you seek the Lord's face, you see the Lord, and He tells us how to conduct ourselves, how to move, who our enemies are. That's you plucking your feet out of that net. Because everything He tells us is a trap, and it needs to be dark so you don't see it's a trap. But we see the trap. You know, we see our eyes for the Lord, so we see everything. You got that spiritual eyesight, which is better than the physical eyesight. Because now with AI, you can't just believe your physical eyes no more. Now you're gonna need something a little bit deeper. You're gonna need that spiritual discernment. And that goes to what they call it, saying the word, a third eye. That's a spiritual eye.
They got a word in the print, clairvoyance, Beyonce, you know. But then when you go into that word, hey, it's like a they call it a sixth sense. You know, you can see things that nobody else can see.
You know, they're worried about it. The clairvoyant's going to clear it. Clarity means clear. I can see that it ain't blurry. I got a clear sight. But they call it 4K. Devil, I see what you're doing. I'm about to call it out to the whole nation. You know, well, the house is listening. You don't got to believe they're listening. And they're gonna believe the report because they believe on Yahweh. Tell them Esau doing this, Esau doing it, coming like this. They're gonna they're gonna follow formation. They're gonna do differently. Now Esau, like, I got a whole nation of Yasharala. You know, like you said earlier, they heard my revenue. They ain't smoking cigarettes like they used to. That they eating my pork industry going down. They ain't going to my club. The whole club. I heard club like over with.
You know, he trying to represent us. He's going up to the school, to talk to kids, like the bad stuff, and stop smoking, cigarettes, stop buying want to keep my top guy always like mad about it. Like, man, we losing money, we ain't buying it. The people not buying our stuff because of this man. So he tried to come to Booty Tank with a deal, try to set him up. You know, man. So
they got the fake Booty Tank. That's what false camps. They got false camps out here to deceive the people.
They be like, what is Jake talking about? Y'all gotta check out. Y'all might have seen a Space Invaders, Cosmic Slop Fest. You know, George Clinton and all that. And you remember that? And remember, they ain't gonna split it. But remember, they was kind of saying picking up the brown people from color paper bag and darker, you know, that type of thing. Basically, melanated people. Then he said that the Space Invader people, I mean, the people up the chariots that were Space Invader, they wanted brown people to exchange or something. And they said, well, he said, what do you want? He said, we want brown people. We'll pick them up and they'll give you this instead, you know, or whatever. Make that deal. He said, well, Benson, you know, he said he was a black man, but they asked Benson, and he said, well, what does this mean and all that? He said, they started doing the calculations. Well, all our consumption, all our, productivity, sales are going to go down because the black man, he's the number one consumer. They calculated the liquor, they calculated the food, you know, they calculated like, damn, y'all gonna take everything from us. That's all we got. Support us. I mean, keep the world running, basically. Without Jake, they got a message, you know. That means that they whole world is gonna fall apart. We don't have a working force. So we keep the country working, man. Country up and steady by our labor and all that. So, you know, they giving hints and signs knowing that we those people, man, really. You know?
We basically just making American Babylon very nice so the Lord can blow it up. What are you setting it up for?
Setting it up like a slide.
What did he say? He said, you're become as fat as a heifer.
We're gonna destroy this
how
brother.
deliciously she has lived.
Yeah.
And voluptuous.
All Jake's back, man. Yeah. Slavery of us, man.
Yeah.
You know, our
people. Limitation.
Yep. Yeah.
We got reach off our labor.
Yeah, it's in Ezekiel too.
Yeah.
28.
There's a term, remember that term saying you see, what you see is what you get?
Yeah.
Not in America. It's what you see ain't even real.
Yeah. Jake be getting catfished out here. You can't even trust her.
Yeah.
You got
she be pretty and fine and all that online, but she's a bald, fat, greasy, chickadee, just like what is that? Kid got out the car looking more like Freddie Jackson.
Yeah, Jake, you ain't getting no unblemished lambs over here. Ain't none of that over here.
Yeah. And see, women don't have to feel in their minds. They don't have to feel ugly anymore. They can just put on makeup. I'll tell you that.
Catfish. Hey, even in real, like in person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, we spiritual men, so we spiritual men, so it ain't about looks enough. We just, don't try to act like, you know what I'm saying, like you just shit, okay? Don't take 1,000 pictures of yourself online.
Yeah, but a look has a certain, because it says there's a certain look to a man, like even with wisdom, it'll change a man's countenance. So if you do have a certain look, then your character, what you wear, should represent you. Like James Bell said, he said in a skit, like, well, shit, you really have, they know you have more uniform on. I didn't know you wasn't no boy. So, like you said, when a woman, she's supposed to dress modesty in a dress, then you're going to be like, that's what women are supposed to wear. Man.
I can say, too, you don't go like a home, man. You're going to talk to her.
Exactly.
Yeah. If they don't match up with like what we on, like how good you looking.
Yeah.
Your inside.
Yeah, that inner woman is what we do. Yeah. That's way more important.
Nah, they don't want you. Yeah, like what God's saying.
And women don't understand that. Okay, you're gonna look, man, but that ain't the overall thing, man. Because that's because you got eyes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be like, yeah, it's about like body, man, like you should. But what about her mind?
Yeah, we looking for somebody waiting on the kingdom like us. We ain't not even looking. That's what we're gonna look for if we get approached. Like I said, it says don't even seek to have a wife. Don't just seek to be for heaven, man.
Like how we do that is the conversation. Based on what coming out of our mouth, we'll know where she at.
Yep.
Like how I do, I ask me what music you listen to. They Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, like you don't even like right there. Flags. So now I already know what you're going. You're going hot girl summer, ratchet stuff based on the music.
Because what it becomes next, like if they listen to their music, they're gonna be influenced by it, and then they're gonna start dressing like Cardi B, thinking like Cardi B. So it's a consciousness within them to make that decision to do that. We can go to Psalm 69 and 23.
Go ahead, Psalm 69.
So that's what you gotta. That's why it says them that go inside the heart of a man, and what comes out of the heart of a man defiles a man, because you're gonna be speaking and talking how what you grew up or what's in your mind,
whatever you digest.
Yeah,
your spirit.
So, but you got to keep your children, catch your children before they get indoctrinated, before they get embedded with those things.
Yep.
You got to explain to them what they're seeing when they're watching these cartoons. You know that, talking about that, son.
And that's why a lot of our people are through, man, because we didn't come in truth, in a quick enough time to really catch what was happening when we was growing up, around our families and stuff. But the Lord made it like that. He putting everybody in their lot they're supposed to be like, And that's why, you just got to let them be like that, because it's like if we try to change them and the Lord don't want to change, it's like we striving against the Lord. And that was like one of my first struggles I had coming into truth, man. I was like, man, why don't you be the man? Because my family are hardcore, Jesus Christians, man.
It's like my people, the nation, they've been so uneducated for so long that they lost it. You got to stop for a long time. The prophet wasn't on the scene. What's that? 2 Chronicles 15 something?
Yeah.
They said they have been without the Most High for a long while. They have been without the Most High and teaching priests.
Same way with the Second Thessalonians that fallen away. Yeah, we wouldn't have had a truth for a minute, man. Straight up.
Down to that, it says they receive not the love of the truth.
Yup. Yeah, man.
When it say that have been so long without fruit. So anything you plant, it ain't gonna grow overnight. You gotta wait and you gotta water it. So a lot of, like Esau's world, he got everything planted. He don't want to plant no more. Everything is GMO, microwave. He don't want to see people grow up. Yeah,
he don't even want to work out. He got fat burning pills and shit.
Yeah,
like, you ain't got to work out. Just pill and you'll sweat. Like
that fool be nice too, because when he told his birthright, he told it for 1 month of meat.
Man.
What about praying? He said, I'm at the point to die. I'm faint. What about praying and Most High preserve me? Like, so I won't faint. And then Most High, then you look around as a turkey sandwich somewhere. You ain't
it's a hot turkey sandwich on the ground.
So, hey, and I'm talking about, talking about myself, like when the time of Jacob's trouble, it says, hate them not to do evil. And hate them not in the time of trouble. Like, wait a little bit. There's nothing to eat. People blowing their brains out. Hey, there's still food on the shelf. Just wait.
And then the Lord bringing Jake still be complaining. There ain't no pickles on the Lord. Like, damn, get your ass out of here, man.
Eat your fingers.
It says, Psalm chapter 69, verse 23. Let their eyes be darkened.
Let their eyes be darkened, because Most High don't want everybody to see its precious truth, man. Yeah. It's like what it say when it's that female that find gold, she hides it and shows all her friends. Her friends is the ones who she trusts. It's the circle that she's in. Not everybody in the world, because they can rob her.
Yep.
So Most High don't want anybody getting this word. Let their eyes be darkened. See not. Go ahead.
That they see not.
That they see not. You don't want them to see. Keep living in the dark. Let the wicked continue to be wicked. You can't save everybody. You can't save all Israel, man. Even though it said all Israel will be saved, that's in the kingdom, man. You can't save Israel here.
That's why it said those, like you said in Revelation, it said those who want to be righteous, let them be righteous.
Yeah.
Those who want to be wicked, let them stay wicked, Jay. You can't interfere with the Lord's way. Let them be filthy, man. Yeah, man.
Jump up to 22, Psalm 69 and 22. It said, let their table become a snare before them.
Yeah.
And that table, back then, that's what was the tablets. The stones, what they call the stone table?
Tablets?
Yeah. So back then, we read off of it.
When Moses called the children of Israel, he said he got them in the wilderness, gather around. We always say gather around Israel. Yeah. And they be like, okay, read the scrolls and stuff. And they be like, all right, so this is what we got to do. We got to with it. Made a covenant, agreed. And okay. And then they're like, but Moses, he come back. What about this though? Somebody have to get y'all over and shit. Do I have to share my sandwich with her? It's your wife, right? Y'all one person, they share with her, man. Come on, man. People have a sandwich, man. So they always kind of had to come back and try to and ask about certain things that they go ahead.
It says, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
That table is representing that wisdom. Yeah, it's a trap for them, man. But they don't misinterpret it, and the plagues is gonna come on their ass, man.
Yeah, just like when the apostles came out with certain things, like the great thing. Yeah, it was a stumbler. It was caught them in a net. Yep. And they couldn't see how those things would be. Well,
make sure. Like I said, we make sure we go over that at least once a year. So you don't got no excuse, Jay. None. And that's another thing. It be some JB nitpicky don't want to talk about it. Hey, Jake, the Lord see your ass, man.
Yeah, because you can.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't really with that,
yeah, because
you ain't really understand the doctrine.
You can say, well, what does that say? That your mother, your grandmother, your father. What does that say? Son, scriptures. I just don't see it. Because they ain't seeing the spirit. Most I ain't showing them to it spiritually. They he might see it in the spirit.
Yep.
But they gonna like, nah, I don't see it.
The Lord got him in the trick bag. He he don't want them to accept it, so they can get destroyed.
Yeah. You got the stumbling block.
Yeah.
That's plain.
And that's how you know. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how you know. That's how you know. That's another way showing
I was gonna say this like
yeah.
In the track.
Yeah.
That's what he said about us. He said, "You shall be saved to salvation."
Yeah.
Salvation. And to the others are saved to death.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whoever teach the truth to, the black man is going to lead to salvation.
Yeah.
But if you ain't no black, you come across the truth, work for that. You know, so he said, it's a trap. It's a trap.
People gotta go back to that. Like, July 39 and 24.
Let's go.
It said that this way are plain unto the holy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Plain to the holy.
And when you go into the history, it makes sense. Like how we know that Solomon was Yahweh Shah, because he set up those wicked guys for our people to stumble upon. And now we come back. He showed, hey, he said, I did that to you. Yeah. I made you blind. Yeah. And the only ones he let see that is us.
Hey,
you know?
Hey, that's a spirit because you know, even when it says in scriptures, we like, why did this man sin or his parents sin? He said, no, neither. Yeah. He said it's so the Most High. I'm paraphrasing. So
his words can
be known.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning that that it's gonna be spiritual power that man can be healed.
Yep.
But at the same time, too, it was the prophecy that Isaac wasn't able to see, so he wouldn't be able to tell if it was Jacob or Esau. Yep. He said that the voices. He said the hands are Esau, but the voice is Jacob. Well, he blessed Jacob anyway. Yeah, whatever. But if he would have been able to see him, he's like, nah, you ain't Jacob. So that was
so sometimes the Lord put you under something like that just to heal you, man. Yeah. You know,
that's already ordained.
Mm-hmm.
The elders shall serve the young.
Yeah. Exactly. They already promised that from the jump. That was gonna go down like that.
Yeah, that's the point that y'all made. To answer my question, outside got money, and he committed no sin. So
right. So he had, it had to be.
They didn't know that he committed sin in his former lifetime.
Yeah.
Y'all said go off.
Yeah.
Precept where he said make it go off the country.
Yeah, it makes sense. Also, because he called him the son of David. He said Solomon was on the throne. So
okay, yeah. So why did Yahweh had no sin? I mean,
why did he not?
You know, because he said
and it actually says to pay for his sin, his own sin, and the people,
and the people.
They still when I'm
Yeah.
I remember before he preached about it.
They don't want to believe in reincarnation. Nope. They don't want to believe in reincarnation because guess what? Esau, your back.
Yeah.
You know, they thought he done away with.
Talking about some ain't no reincarnation. You done made the movie Lion King. Everybody don't watch that shit when we was kids.
So
man, you caught,
Circle of life.
Yeah, it's over with, man. You coming back into slavery, okay?
Yep.
You coming back, man.
So say, hey, they act like you just. What did it say in the Apocrypha? They act like. I mean, they think their life is a trace of a cloud, like they dispersing. And no, you getting brought back into this body to serve slavery, man.
Yeah, and it's handed in the law too, where it says you will bear the sins of your father every 3 and 2 generations.
Yeah, 3rd and 4th generation. About every 100 years, man. That's why you got, you know.
That's why they asked that question. Did you sin? Did he sin or his parents sin?
Yeah.
Basically, you bear, and basically you are your parents.
Yeah.
Coming back again.
So pay for your
you are who your father is. So,
yeah.
You know,
you are your forefather. You know, that's like when you got the baby come out and be like, she act just like grandma, because that's probably grandma. Yeah. That's probably her, man.
Like you're saying that when I hearted, America is the hearted and rising from the beast. We explained that the beast was made of Eve. And they got, even though they got deep philosophies, there's some truth. The word is corrupted. So you had Cyclops, stuff like that, a one-eye thing. But like you said, back to the third eye, that's your inner eye for the inner spirit. They don't have to be wicked, but the way that they have exercised on earth is wicked. And Illuminati is not wicked; it's just illuminating.
Yeah, and they got it in the movies and stuff like Lord of the Rings. They had the big old red eye with the one eye, and all the classics of this place, man, have to do with this symbolism of they want to see everything. They want to be all seen.
Yeah, it's a song called, I remember it's big. It's Rocky, Eye of the Tiger.
One of the bands. Classics.
Hey, that pumps Jacob. He looks at that Eye of the Tiger. He goes invincible and shit. That Eye of the Tiger. Go ahead.
He's a light bearer.
Yup.
He's a light bearer.
Yep. It says that. Yup.
This being illuminated doesn't mean evil. See, they take this thing that was not I didn't know Esau. That's it. See the words like Jake don't know their culture or what they really into, man. So they shallow. They can't really.
They can't see it.
Yeah, so when they see it, they like Illuminati. They just automatically, man, it's the wickedness.
Yeah, they don't know the elect the real Illuminati. We don't even know who they is either. We still talk about those real. That's the real Illuminati.
We can get there, but you said again, Isaiah. This one, yeah. What you said? I got it. I said, that was
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's 14.
Yeah, I think it's.
I was just breaking out early.
Oh, okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, and verse 12. It said, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Luke?"
It's not talking about no spiritual even say about his nation inside himself as Lucifer on the earth, the light bearer, the Illuminati, Rockefellers, the main tribes of Amalekites, which are so-called Jews and not Jews. Them, go ahead.
They're the first descendants of Esau.
And they even asked your boy when he said, "How thou art fallen from heaven?" It's not literally talking about the spiritual heaven.
Yeah.
It's pretty much talking about the devil. They have the economic power, so they're pretty much in heaven on earth.
Yeah, heaven means rulership.
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is order.
Yeah.
Rulership.
It's another scripture that says, "O Babylon, how hast thou fallen?" So it ain't talking about, and that's kind of one and the same because they represent Babylon too.
You leave it up to these Christians, though, they'll have a video of a bitch actually falling on the ground and shit. What the hell's wrong with you?
How is that? He said, "I'll be here, Satan falls from
Right. I think that's
Yep.
That's how Shah said.
Oh yeah, when he sent out the prophets, and they came back to him. He said, he said, I already seen this fall.
Yeah.
We know it says, son of the morning.
Son of the morning. And it talks about them being the people of the morning. Like, in the morning they practice it.
Yeah.
The power is in their hands.
There you go.
So the Illuminati, they sleep not unless they done mischief. And they the son of the morning. Like, they up, early.
Yeah, stay up early, got bacon sandwiches with Jake. They trying to have his ass going off all day.
They get up before the birds chirp. Go ahead.
How art thou cut down to the ground?
That means it's the power status. It even says in the light of the wicked shall be put out. Like you said. And it says, when it say, the Most High is going to, the scripture says, the Ancient of Days did sit. He cast down the throne. So this devil's going to be cast down. Okay? It did weaken the nation. Well, how did he weaken the nation, man? The bombing, military philosophy, the democratic stuff. People think the Democrats are the nicest people in the world and shit. He's a Republican. He's like a Hitler. Get these Democrats in, I feel better. And America got Democrats in it. Hey, what is Trump? He's a Democrat, right? Republican. Well, who was before him?
Sleepy Bo Jack.
Obama was a what? Democrat. And he was doing some BS up in there.
And that's why I said the two horns that spake like a lamb. That's the two-party system, that old revived Roman Empire system, which used to be the plebeians and the patricians. Now it's the Republicans and the Democrats. So they had the Democrats come jack shit up, so they can have him come play a hero, and they bounce back with each other. Yep, they do that.
Feathers, two feathers, the same bird.
Yeah, that's it.
How dumb about American people are. How they always get with when it's time to do some wickedness. Like when they bought out TikTok, Democrats came together to take away your freedom of speech. Yeah. So that's something like they need to consider. Like, okay, they can't pass nothing to give me no money or to help me out get no insurance. When it's time to cut off me from saying something, that bill passed no problem. Like, come on,
people. That's kind of like even when they say they're gonna come together to fight your shot, put down the weapons. Like we would, not put down the weapons. They're not gonna fight with each other. Even like we mentioned, 1983 with Ronald Reagan, he said, "Isn't there a common cause among us?" He said, what is the possible alien invasion? We are among aliens already. It's not enough for us to come together for the common cause of fighting alien invasion. So they'll put together differences tied any time together to destroy. He said, "Y'all gonna fight your homicide when you come back with me? I need your help." Okay, and all hands on deck. Jake, come on, we try to get everybody.
Back that up. He said that's a war with the land.
Yep.
What it say? They gonna overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the saints overcoming, because Most High, he said he's gonna use us as battles and weapons of war and battle axes and weapons of war. So he's gonna give us spiritual powers. Yeah, you laughing at the Hancock stuff, man. What the hell? It's gonna really happen. Yeah, Superman.
And we ain't gonna have no bottle in our hands, Jake. We're gonna be whooping ass. But that's something we don't never get to do.
Yeah, but like we said, don't it make sense? Can they put it together? This is a movie. Don't we got our Superman uniforms on, and then we take them off. We got to go to work to play part there. Yeah. We in the movie already.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the arrest happen? For us to become immortal or Superman?
And we ain't putting up with no spandex on, Jake. We're gonna look like Israel.
Yeah, kind. And what it say in the scriptures? It says, Malachi, I think 3:8. He says, "I am full of power in the word to teach." Basically, to teach the scripture paraphrase. So that's power in this word. That's what. Who saw the book of Eli? I know.
Yeah.
And remember, he was so infatuated. I gotta have this because it was power in it. And then when he opened it up, it shouldn't be no spoiler. Y'all should have seen it. He opened it up, and who was it for the blind? He couldn't read it because you had to be blind, because So the Most High,
he had to learn how to go see.
So that's how the Most High does things. They code it. It's the scripture. The scriptures are encrypted, man. You got to be inside with spiritual eyes and see. You go open up the book and can't even read it.
I like the end. They had read it so much. Took the book. It was in.
It was in them. That's what's gonna happen. So we're not in the second covenant yet, because it's not complete. But it was in him.
Yeah.
And he, and then he opened it up. And he started writing. He said in the beginning, because he
remembered
the whole book. So that's what we're doing. We remembering the whole laws of the laws of the Most High is getting in us.
It's wrong, man.
So you got the whole road. That's why it says, if you have a wise man, wear out the steps of his doorstep. Because it's getting put in you. So when you go out, you know how to control the elements, man. That's what they're scared of, man. Because they know it's a spiritual tapping within the DNA. They call it the God factor. You know what I'm saying? And they put stuff on the cells on a microscopic tape and wonder why. Well, why does the cell do this at this time? You know, you may have twins that they talk totally different. Speak like Esau. I'm gonna separate. Y'all brothers, y'all got twins. Y'all should be doing the same thing. No, I'm gonna separate them. This mannerism, this mannerism. They're gonna walk this way, think that way, accept. You can't outdo the Most High Esau. Yeah. Go ahead.
Reading on it, verse 13. It says, "But thou hast said in thine heart,
you have said in your heart, your mind,
I will ascend into heaven."
Yeah, that's what he did. He sent it into space, got space programs, space crafts and all that. Saying Apollo.
That's like the Greek god. Apollo 13.
The Greek god. Saying he landed on the moon. Trying to say he's selling pieces of the moon, man, online. Can't sell pieces of the moon.
It's fraud.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Preacher Polly.
Crazy as hell.
Go ahead.
And it says, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh.
Above the stars, man. Like, go ahead.
It says, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation. That's literally the stars. They're going to explain that. That's something like Israelites too. You know, the second throne of the stars.
No, he haven't read it yet. Okay. Like you said,
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. Yeah. It says, in the side of the north, I will ascend above the height of the cloud. Yeah. I will be like the Most High.
Be like the Most High. And where we are now. You know?
He did that through our iconoclasm. Yep. They took the place of Yahweh, changed the name of Jesus, and made them so-called white men. Yeah. That's him. Look at the faithful judges. Yep. Taking the place. They now, like I said, Esau feel like he the real prophets. He the Catholic priest. Yeah. The Pope is dang there. They worship him like he a god on
earth. They ain't gonna go in that Leviticus 13 though. They ain't gonna talk about no leprosy. They ain't gonna never pull that up. They ain't gonna never say nothing about that. Because it's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear, man. Who the prophets are, man.
They look like got so hard in a minute. I'm waiting to do it. They gonna ban the Bible.
Yeah.
Because we're going into it so strong. And they said they can't disprove me saying it's false. Troops so heavy, they might just come out and say, you know what?
Hey, they got the 12 tribes started. They selling it at Walmart now, man. They selling at Walmart. They know this is the truth, man. You know, they know the Lord's heritage is a speckled bird, man. It's not every Jake gonna look like John Shaft, man. Some of us gonna look like so-called white people too.
That's why they
Jake like bitches, man.
Speckled bird, I always think about that scene where can't get right had that baby by the Edomite.
Yeah.
Like I'm the bad people, but that baby, he wasn't among those, those. Yeah. But of course, his child is gonna look just like them. Yeah. Because at that particular time, they couldn't take care of their kids like that.
Yep.
I look at Drake's son.
Right.
Drake's son look like a straight eater. Right? Look at his pops.
Yeah.
He like the Twan's color. You're like, dang, 2 generations. The mother is gone. They got blonde hair, blue eyes.
And you see even in the movies and shows, you can play like the Cosby Show. You got all kind of sons and daughters that look like that could be mixed or somebody else. It's easy for Jake to play those roles because it's believable because he didn't have children.
Yeah.
Somebody get right quick. We'll start third eye. I about it up, but I had that in my notes. GPT third eye and see what it means. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's some guys. Oh, it's hard to split.
That third eye right there, that's like really good. That's that spiritual sight right there. And that's what he trying to cover up.
Like, that's a key point I'm getting to say too. Yeah. When it reads. Go ahead.
So third eye refers to a symbolic or spiritual concept.
Go ahead.
Not the middle eye. The third eye is believed to be an inner eye.
Inner eye.
Intuition.
Inner eye, go ahead.
Insight. spiritual awareness.
Yeah, spiritual awareness. Go ahead.
It represents the ability to see beyond ordinary perception.
See beyond ordinary perception. Go ahead.
And understand deeper truths.
Deeper truth. Go ahead. Is that it? Yeah.
That's that pioneer claim, man. Yeah. That's an outside video.
That was it, right? There was another definition that said it gives you a perspective of an inner perspective to see broader, which is different from keeping the eye of to a people, because you only see what's in front of you. You can't see somebody might be standing on the side with a knife or something.
Yeah.
But you only see a silent person and shit.
Somebody here the door. SWAT team on the left side. Yeah.
So looking through the people, we actually open the door and seeing everything, and facing the elements and saying, what do y'all believe? What's going on? So that's what the Most High gave us to face the word. We can be the five that you did that you walked up to. Yeah. Not as food, but as wise. Yep.
Like you said, stand around.
Yeah, you can't see around when you go through the people.
Hey, that's why you know what did Joe say? My companions are owls and dragons. But you know that owl, like you just said earlier, the goes down.
Yeah.
See,
and also it says my enemies are camped about me, round about. So Most High, you have to have a perspective of all your enemies round about you. You know, you get in a fight, you get jumped, and you be like, you on him, but you didn't ever see him coming. So you gotta, even when you're in war, you gotta be circumspect.
That's like with the like we say, like we always say with the infrastructure, how they celebrate things, and these are all things that catch Jake in bad standing with the Most High, man. So we gotta watch all that, man, and keep our eyes single. Yeah. Keep it on this straight gate, man.
Yeah.
Going to the word circumspect, it means to look around.
Yeah. Circle.
Yeah.
Circle means around, expect.
Right.
Yeah. So that's it, man. Hopefully it was edifying for those that tune in on comment board. Men and women, don't give all praise. Rock that was shy of honor to the apostle, elder bishop, great millstone. Once I take you, that's the word for the open election, the back of the side.
Tuning in. Shalom.